Mm-hmm.
On the same autumn day in 16th century London, two identical boys were born, but under very different circumstances. Edward Tudor, heir to the king, was born in a magnificent castle and welcomed by all of England. Meanwhile, in a dark and dirty alley, Tom Canty was born into a family that didn't want him. While Edward slept on soft sheets and was cared for by nobles, Tom grew up surrounded by violence and hunger. Despite his challenging life, Tom found happiness and comfort in stories. A kind priest taught him to read, and Tom's imagination became filled with tales of princes and royal courts. One cold January day, Tom wandered to the king's palace. Through the golden gates, he saw a boy his age dressed in elegant silk and jewels. Tom pressed his face against the bars for a better look, but a guard rudely pushed him away. The young prince was furious and said, "How dare you treat my father's subject that way? Let him in." Prince Edward felt sorry for Tom and invited him to eat. As they talked, the two boys were fascinated by the vast differences in each other's lives. They imagined what it would be like to live in each other's shoes.
Suddenly, Edward had an idea. He suggested they exchange clothes. When they stood before the mirror, both boys gasped. They looked exactly alike. Then, Edward noticed a bruise on Tom's hand from the guard and became angry again.
"Wait here,"
he insisted, and rushed outside in Tom's rags to confront the guard. The moment Edward reached the gate, the guards threw him into the street and shouted at him to leave as they mistook him for Tom. Back inside, everyone believed Tom was the prince. Edward tried desperately to return, but no one believed his story. For weeks, Edward experienced the harsh reality of poverty, while Tom struggled to act like royalty. But then, one day, the old king died, and Tom was set to be crowned in his place. On the day of the crowning, Edward burst into the church and cried out,
"Stop!"
Guards rushed forward to remove him, but Tom immediately declared that Edward was the true king. When Edward revealed a secret only the real prince would know, everyone finally realized it was truly him. Edward became king and showed mercy to those who had helped him during his time away, while Tom remained his honored friend.